Afro Fish OG.
What is going on, everyone? It is Afro Fish here. I'm back again on another episode of Afro in the Know, the gaming podcast channel that's not always gaming and sometimes a podcast. So today I have the Gaming Cafe up today. I'm actually really excited about this. It's been a while, and two, like, shit, man. I've been watching your shit. I think I did like a response video to like one of your things or something like that.
Yeah, that's actually how I got introduced to you. Was you did a response to something I said, and I'm like, oh, you know what? He's making some really good points. I always love, the little notifications in TikTok where it shows like you have messages or likes or something. Anytime there's a little I'm like, oh, somebody responded or something. So that was like my priority. I love going and watching those.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like I'm waiting to see someone respond, but I don't ever get people who respond to me. So either I'm saying absolute W takes or absolute L takes, so nobody wants to respond.
I feel like it's just very rare. For every like 1,000 likes, I might get one, or like for every like 25 videos, I might get one. So I think it's just rare.
Yeah,
but I mean, I like the lives you've been doing every morning. Just like the hot takes, or the hey, here's something in gaming, let's talk about it. Those seem to be doing super well. Like I hop in, we chat back and forth, and people love. It's part of what's great about gaming is just people love to share. You bring up a game that they played when they were 7, and they think they were the only one on the planet who was playing it, and then to find out like, oh my God, you played the first Ratchet and Clank too? Those are mine. Those are my like.
That's fair. That's
fair.
It's I do. I've been surprised with how well they actually have been doing. The hot take ones I'm not really surprised because I'm not. Most of their hot takes are like literally the same fucking shit. Like it's the same thing. It's Elden Ring like 85% of the time, or Souls or something like Souls isn't hard. Souls is really hard. Souls is good. Souls isn't good. Like I'm just like, can someone have something a little more unique than a Souls like
yeah.
Please.
That's true. It does circle around the same like 10. I mean, some of my most engaged videos are me. I will dump on Souls games, not because they're bad, but because they're feature set. Like and they come out of the woodworks to defend it. I'm like, listen, I loved Elden Ring. I beat it and the DLC. It's great. And it has glaring flaws. And if you love something, you should want to critique it so that way it can get better. And people are like, oh no, it's artistic vision. It doesn't have a pause menu. Oh, it's artistic vision. It doesn't have difficulty settings, or like the side quest design. Like, dog, I shouldn't have to like blindfold myself, pray, and then put myself into a coma, walk around the map 80 times, and then jump through 10 hoops just to happen upon the NPC that I need for a side quest. Like,
yeah, I wish. God, I said before, I wish there was like a small bit, like once you do find it, because I don't mind like searching and all of a sudden popping up one, but I wish there was like a journal feature to have with my side quest. My biggest issue was that there was quite a few times where I don't mind the tree sentinel, right? I'm not gonna lie. The reason why is because I'm not a dumb shit. Okay, I saw the tree sentinel. I saw this dude on a big fucking golden horse, and I was like, nope, and I just went around. I was like, no, you don't have to fight him. But I also am not a fan of multiple reuse bosses.
Yeah.
The Erdtree watchdogs, I don't like them. The ones that they're in the cave and they look like cats.
Yeah.
They're dogs though. There's like 3 of them, like 3 or 4 of them, and I'm like, I don't need reusing of those. Now I don't mind mini bosses to regular bosses, like what do they call them? Crucible Knights.
Sure.
I don't mind them because they're pretty much just. They're fine. They're not
like the mainstay bosses. The pivotal point. Yeah.
But like we have one where we have 2 Dragonic Tree Sentinels on your way to Lanedale, and I'm like, why do I need to fight 2 of them?
Right.
Like there's no. What's funny is right off to the right is a fucking Falling Star Beast. So like I'm like, there's no need. There's 2 bosses right here. I was like, either it'd be cool if I could beat one and then just bypass the other, but I just do it where I'm just like, I ain't fighting both y'all, and I just run past them. And then you have the Dragonic Tree Sentinel, and I'm actually probably gonna put that as one of the hardest bosses in the fucking game. Oh.
Yeah, he was a pain. He was, dude. It's funny. I feel like you don't recognize how hard or easy a boss was until you make it past them onto the next boss. Because for some reason, Renala, the first one, which she is, now that I've beaten the game, she's a cakewalk. One of the easiest bosses in the game. Dude, she took me like 25 tries. And then after I beat her and made it to harder bosses, I thought back and went, wow, that would have been really easy. Because I should have been running like a melee build because I was using magic and she's a magic user. So it's like,
yep,
doomed from the start. But I agree. I'm not a fan of reusing bosses, or like, oh, it's different. No, it's a different color shade, and this one has a helmet. It's the same boss.
pretty fucking much. I mean, when you sit there and you watch the way that they swing their sword and all that stuff, it's the same. It's the same. And like I know, like Renala is kind of the same way to me. I remember fighting her, and the first time I was like, okay. I remember the first time I was fighting, I'm like, okay, I gotta go hit these like deformed kids, so that I can break it. And I'm like, I sat there, and all of a sudden I got hit by one of the little kids. I'm like, this bitch just bite me, and so I immediately, I'm like, just pack it away. I'm looking like Anakin Skywalker, just going to town.
That's exactly. It's like, this is where the fun begins. And then you got the ones shooting the book at you, like the one you're supposed to hit is throwing books at you. So it's like,
oh yeah,
all right.
Like they I'm like, okay, cool, damn, like I didn't do anything. And then by the time, I think it was when she transforms into her second form, and I was like, okay, bring it. And then she just Kamehamehas you, and I'm just like, oh, okay, then, like, damn, like. I'm not ready for this. But it did seem like that there was times where some of the main bosses were like, yeah, this is fucking easy. There's some of them that I still, even to this day, I'm still like, this is a bitch. And not just Melania. Malekith is one that Malekith is, it's weird. He feels like he should have 2 stages. Like two health bars.
Oh,
but he
like
only has 1.
Yeah, he was. I've watched there's a guy on YouTube, and I think he's a streamer too, Ratty Ryan. He does Elden Ring. Like, that's his shtick. He'll just stream, he'll do different challenges. And I watched him fight Malekith, and he had another guy next to him kind of breaking down his hitboxes and whatnot and how to dodge. Dude, it's crazy. The way to dodge some of his attacks is just bizarre compared to the rest of the game. It's like you got to like dodge around and then through and under, and
there was a guy that I was watching, and I thought this was insane. He was so he was not just like dodging. This motherfucker was like, he was using like different spells on the fly. It's like the lore accurate versions, right? So he'll use like 2 or 3 different weapons in just Malekith's fight. He's parrying everything that's being done. He is like, he'll go up and start using like any kind of like the sorcery spells, and then switches right into faith spells, drops lightning, uses the orb from Mesmer, slams it into the ground, and then gets him back up. He gets back up, he tries to swing, parries him again, and I'm just like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. You made Malekith look like the biggest bitch in the world.
That's one of those videos where the top comment is, sorry, I didn't mean to play your game. It's like, okay, this is Mr. Elden Ring. Like, it's his game. I'm just a bystander. Yeah, dude. When you see, or like the guy that he'll face the NPC at the camera.
Oh my god,
and look at you and then dodge the boss, and I'm just like, how do y'all do this?
I'm like, yo, I get it. I'm watching. Like, I'm watching you.
Yeah.
Don't around. I'm still there.
I see you.
Oh, the one he was fighting when he's fighting Rolana and just dodging everything, and I'm just sitting there like, then there's me being like, oh, she got blue and red, and like
dude, yeah, it's incredible.
Oh my gosh, yeah. The people, I love watching those. They're so, and that's one thing I think I love with Elden Ring though too, is like there's so many also different ways to play. Like there's so many different combinations you can do with weapons and all that. one of my friends was like, you need to help me playing Elden Ring because I'm struggling. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I go and I look into his stuff and I'm like, yo, dude, where's all your shit? And he's like, well, I didn't think I needed it. So I would trade it in. I would sell them for runes. And I was like, all he had was like 2 short swords or 2 regular swords and like a dagger. And I'm like, where is your I'm like, oh my God.
You know what? Coming from every other game that has inventory, that is kind of understandable.
I'll tell you what, I was
God.
kind of pissed.
Dude, oh my God. Could you imagine getting like, what is it? Rivers of Blood at like a low level and being like, oh, this is a low level weapon, so I don't need it anymore. And then just tossing it like, oh God, that's painful. But
yeah, it was, man. I was mad. I'm not gonna lie. I was very mad. Like, and so the whole time I'm just like, I'm not trying to get triggered. Like I'm sitting there like, bro, I'm not trying to get mad at you, but you are a moron. He's like, but I thought I dragged you down in stamina. I'm like, what stamina? I was like, did you not read any? Did you do the tutorial? He's like, no. And I was like, we need instruction booklets back. We need instruction booklets back because half of y'all can't fucking do the tutorials that they give you on the screen.
Yep.
I was like,
dude, people don't read.
They don't read. I was like, your literacy rate is literally like this because you guys didn't read the tutorial. You didn't read the instruction booklets.
Yep. I defend gamers. Like I tell people like, listen, they've done studies. Gamers are more likely to do better on tests because we have just like critical thinking skills, especially games nowadays. They really make you think about things. And then shit like this happens. And I'm like, all right, you got to have basic skills like read the pop-up screen so you know what's going on. Like I'm defending us and this isn't helping.
No, exactly. And that's the part that's probably they, you know, the joke about gamers don't read, the joke about like gamers don't you know, the gamers are their own worst enemy. Like they I use my one of my good friends was playing Elden Ring and he's like, oh dude, the recommended level for beating Margit is level 25 and I beat it on level 21 and I was like, I'm not going to give you a double clap for beating something on a lower level. That was your fault. Like,
right. Like, yeah. If it's 25, I'm going to be 40 when I beat it.
Right. Like, I'm going to make sure that this big old weird monster looking creature knows exactly who the fuck he's dealing with. And then he's like, then he like jumps and like stabs into the ground. I'm like, okay, yeah, man, fuck it. I'll get you next time. like, I'm not calling you a bitch, but fuck you.
What is that? I made it was a risky calculation. Unfortunately, I'm bad at math.
Like I always think that never tell me the odds, and it's like, oh yeah, no, definitely. I'm like as soon as Godfrey takes off, like just kills the lion and just goes straight WWE, and I'm like, yeah, can I leave now? Like I'm like, nah.
Dude, that boss made me respec my entire character. I was intelligence build.
Oh yeah,
magic the entire game, and as soon as he did that, I'm like, all right, strength and dex, here we go. Because oh dude, Horaloo, that's the name of his second
Horaloo.
It is terrible.
Horaloo is he's by far one of my personal favorites. I would probably put him up there, and the only reason I have him as number 1 of my favorite like mainstay bosses is because of that whole like healing, because I thought we were going to have to fight the lion too.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I first saw it, I think everyone thought we're going to have to fight the lion too. And he just
it's a part of him.
Yeah, he just kills the lion and is like, oh, that's all my bloodlust. And I'm like, oh my God. And then it's the fact that he, like, I was like, bro, this dude Liger bombed me. Like, he took the 4th Raikage from Naruto's fucking move and Liger bombed me. I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like
he's so relentless, dude. Like he's in your face all the time. And again, for me, I'm just like, back up, personal space, dog. Like chill.
He's not even punching you. He's just swiping. Like he's just swiping you. And then as soon as he lifts his foot up, and I'm like, oh god damn, this is that moment where like you realize like all the kids keep playing around and dad just walks in and he's just like, I'm like, oh god, please don't.
It's like turn your head and
yeah, right. He's like, Daddy's getting pissed, and just slams the ground.
Yeah, that
That was such a good fight. Like,
I don't know how you feel about this, but even a game as great as Elden Ring or like God of War Ragnarok, one of my top 10, there are certain, actually most games for me, I personally don't replay games that don't have some sort of multiplayer component. So
really?
Elden Ring, Returnal, the Ratchet and Clanks are some of the few that I
Right.
replay. Ghosts of Yote. After I beat that, I will probably never touch it again unless I'm playing the Legends multiplayer mode. I was talking to people about this, and it's interesting just seeing the total opposite. Like, oh, I've got, I'm on my 5th playthrough of this because I do it every year. And to me, that just doesn't, like, I don't know if gaming for me is also just my form of like progress. Like, I like to progress constantly. And if I've beat the game, there's no more progress. I think that's probably an element of it. But like I said, even my favorite games, Expedition 33, once I get that platinum, I'll probably never pick it up. And yet it's my favorite game of all time. So how do you feel about like replaying games?
I have no problem with replaying games myself. Depending on the game, like I'll say most games I'll end up replaying at least twice. One is obviously the experience because the first time experience, but the second time is to see if one I can do things differently, like maybe I can do different kind of abilities, whatever, and maybe just see some things that I missed throughout the story through my first run through. There might be certain parts and certain aspects into a story that I was like, oh, okay, like I noticed that. Have you played Persona 5?
I haven't, but I kind of know like the
Okay.
gist of it.
Yeah, so like
I know
there's
it's a
certain
huge
story
game.
aspects in Persona 5 that I was just like, oh, okay, cool. I noticed that moment. You know what I mean? And I like that shit. I like that I like to catch things like that. But when it comes if I can like go through and maybe like do like a bit of a challenge mode myself, be like, okay, I'm playing God of War Ragnarok, which I do like. I'm gonna try to use it mainly just fists. You know what I mean? We're just
Okay.
gonna bare knuckle box it the entire time. Then I'll do something like that, right?
That sounds like a fun challenge.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm still working on it. But other than that, yeah, I play them at least twice. Like Ghost of Tsushima, I played twice, and then eventually I just got to the point because if they have a new game plus, which I think, especially if you have a single player game, almost every single player game should have a new game plus.
Agreed. And that's another instance I'll replay it. Is if New Game Plus adds a bunch of stuff, like God of War Ragnarok added a bunch of like armor, and then you could upgrade even further. That gave me a reason to go back and replay it.
Yep.
So that definitely changes it. But I agree. Every single player game should have New Game Plus, either on release or like a week after it releases.
I agree. I think New Game Plus is one of the best. If New Game Plus is not available, I don't see a purpose of continuing. Sometimes let me rephrase that. Sometimes there's games that I won't do New Game Plus. I'll just stay on the original mode. Right now, Spider-Man 2 is like that. I have, because they give you 2 moments, right? They give you like you can separate like different like save boxes.
Yeah.
So I have my normal save box, which has a max of all my shit. And then I use that one when I'm bored. Like I will sit there and just start swinging. I'll swing throughout the city because it's a bit of a therapeutic thing. I know people are being attacked by symbiotes. I don't care. Like I'm trying to go.
It's relaxing, man.
Right. Like I'm trying to go get myself some dominoes. Like I don't know why you have to like go become a symbiote. Like that's your problem, not mine. Like it's another like reason like 540 something of why I could not be a fucking superhero.
It's like I'm too tired for this. Not today.
Be watching this one person being like taken over by a symbiote and being like, oh, bro, you owe me 80. Like you owe me 80. Like
how am I gonna get it now?
Yeah, I'll wait. No, it's fine. I'll wait. Like, but yeah, like I feel like a lot of those are very therapeutic. Like I will download Forza Horizon, not even to play through the game, it's just to drive.
Yep. Agreed.
Because it's expensive to drive outside. Like
but dude, you walk out and it's $50.
Oh gone. Yeah. So I sit there and like I throw my headphones on, and I'll turn off the music. I might even have some solemn music playing from like YouTube or something, and I'm just listening to the engine just go. And it's just therapy. Like it's just all it is. Like I don't gotta sit there. I'm thinking like, damn. It's like you know the version. It's like the gamer version of taking a shower and reevaluating your life.
I can get behind that. I think, yeah, that's, you know, when you keep certain games installed, even though you're not playing them, it's like Spider-Man. Again, the swinging, especially, listen, I don't know where all the Spider-Man 2 hate is coming from lately. That was a total flip up. Spider-Man 2, to me, is better in every way except the story. And I think that is only the case because it was rushed. If they had taken maybe another year and flushed out the story to where the number of hours was at least the first game, I think it would be unanimously seen as a better game. I think
so.
the only thing, well, you've beaten the first one, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, dude, the end?
Mm-hmm.
The end of the first one, I think I played that on stream. Oh my God, it ripped my heart out. I'm like, oh, but that's part of what I love is I love when, or like Last of Us 2, all the discourse that caused. I love how much controversy that game has because it shows that they made a good game. They made you care about a bunch of pixels on the screen. These characters are fake. They don't exist in real life, and yet you care so much about them, and I think that's beautiful. Like, we're over here arguing about something that doesn't exist, and that's good writing. It's like,
well, that's
dude, they made you care.
Joel, I said it before. I was like, did Joel deserve to die? If that's a toss up. But I will say, in this world that they live in, this kind of shit is going to happen.
Yeah.
Like it shows that every action had a consequence, and Joel's, no matter how noble you might think his thing is, had a consequence. On top of the fact that I think one thing I noticed, and gamers do this a lot, is they will pseudo idolize a character. Joel is a prime example of one. Yeah. Joel is not necessarily a good person.
No, he's
a very flawed, very deeply, like he has no problem letting other people die if it means saving himself. And so when we see him through the judgment of him through Ellie, absolutely. Even though in some regards he disobeyed what Ellie wanted, even if it was a chance that it wasn't going to work. I mean, do I flack him for it? No. Because if I found out that the chances of this working is almost zero, then I'm not going to risk this girl's life, but even though it's what she wanted. So I get that, regard. But when, like, later on, when he capped the doctor and you find out that is Abby's father, so Abby's going to come on the hunt for him. That's how this world is. This world, nobody is sacred. Anybody can die.
Yep. Nobody deserved to die, but you understand, okay, Joel killed Abby's father. She's going to come and kill Joel. Like, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So Joel brought that on himself. Now, sure, would every father save their daughter? Yes. And it was still wrong to go and just murk everyone in that hospital. It was a wrong choice.
And the reason why people have such a problem with this because they don't live in a world like that. If you lived in a world that was war torn, that you knew that survival is what you had, then you are going to, I think you'll see it in a bit of a different light.
It's one of those worlds where every choice you make has something bad happen from it. So it's really just which one can you live with? And Joel was willing to live with, I just offed 40 people that I don't care about, but I saved my daughter.
Oh, and not only that, but he lied to her right after this.
Yeah.
He lied right afterwards. And then when she found out, that was heartbreaking. So it made sense that Ellie goes down the same path. Ellie is, essentially, I mean, if you want to, I don't want to get too much because it's kind of a back and forth, but I say Ellie sometimes is a bit of a villain in her own story. And so when she finally breaks free from it, I mean, I believe it's Deanna's gone. Her kid's gone. She can't play her guitar anymore. It's the consequences of revenge.
Yep. It cost her everything.
Yep. And that one guitar that's Joel. That's Joel left. And now she doesn't have access to Joel anymore. So, right. I mean, people might not be the happiest with how the game played through, but to be understand it is definitely important.
I love it. I love the back and forth where you get to play as Abby and Ellie, and how some people fail to understand that they are two sides of the exact same coin. Like, this isn't a good story versus bad story. This is, they're both out for blood. This is vengeance through and through, or revenge, or whatever you want to call it. They're on the exact same path. They both feel valid in their actions. And I think that's tough for people to understand too, is however this person feels and thinks that they're on the righteous or right path, the other person feels the exact same way. And then bouncing back in gameplay perspectives, like, oh, okay, we see more of like Abby's, her intentions and her motivations of, oh, it's not just about her, it's everyone that she's protecting. It's, why she's doing this. The group around Abby, like, dude, I love how it's told. And I love that, again, you see people, they don't get it. Like, they're just looking at, oh, they killed Joel, and, oh, I hate Abby because she's the villain. It's like, is she though?
And that's, what's really interesting is I've had this same perspective thing, because I have not played The Last of Us 2. Yeah. What? Based on how I'm talking, I know the story. Like, I know the story. I'm very well the story. I'm not the big fan of gameplay. Same with The Last of Us 1. The gameplay didn't captivate me enough, but I enjoy the story.
They improve. Dude, number 2's gameplay drastically better than the first one.
I'll probably give it another shot. I think the other one I felt was Expedition 33. I felt like that though too, because I said one of the things I mentioned, and I was like, this is gonna be a hot take, and I was like, the whole Desandra family is the villain in the story.
100%.
People are like, what? But why? Why are they the villains? I'm like, because I was like, I tried to take it the same way of God of War, right? I was like, God of War, hey, Runts, what's going on? I'd say God of War is very interesting to me because there's people, there's regular mortal people. We don't actually see them. Like, we don't actually see them, but there's regular people that are dealing with these calamities that are being caused.
Sure.
Kratos' rage is causing the deaths of millions.
Oh, yeah.
The Desandre family is the same way. The Desandre family's whole issue, their inability to move on from Verso's death because their war against the writers, which I think we will finally see. I actually don't even care if we never actually see who they are, because I actually don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't. I'm fine with it being a one standalone thing. I don't think every game needs a sequel. But what we see with them is that makes sense to me. Like, that makes sense that they are the villains, because the people who are living in this canvas, whether you classify them as real or not, it's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah.
They are murking millions of people. They are killing everyone. Because they cannot get over the death of Verso. Like,
and they view their life as real because they created the canvas. But that's just from their perspective. Everyone in Lumiere is real. They're conscious. And even though they were created, that's still like a conscious being you're just killing. Because, and this is something that I like to harp on, is your emotions, your trauma does not validate your actions. Mm-hmm. So Aline is going through the death of Verso. That's fine. Everything she's feeling is valid. But then to turn around and create everything in this canvas, like, that is not valid. That is 100% on you. This is how you're choosing to deal with it. And, like, I get it. It's traumatic, but that does not excuse all of the death you've caused.
Well, and that's like, it's the same thing with, if you took this thing and turned it into, let's say, something like alcoholism or something like that, it's very similar. You're watching the destruction of a family, but to all these other people, these are just these like outer world beings that are like, I don't know who the fuck they are. And it's wild. And this is why the ending of Expedition 33 is as nebulous as it is. It's either, in some regards, both of them, like Verso and Mael, are both selfish in some ways. It just depends on which side do you see as it is. Obviously, in mine, I chose Verso's first. Verso's made sense to me, especially when they show the last piece of the soul of Verso still trying to fight.
Sure.
So he wants to let go. you know, and so like when you look at that, that to me was definitely it. I mean, the turning point for Verso was seeing Aline falling. Like that was when Renoir showed Aline and what she was left. That was when Verso you could cement it. That's it. I need to destroy all this. And I do like how the other characters actually respond to it as well. You know, between someone like CL who is responsive, like she is okay with it being with the world being destroyed because she has nothing less anyways. The only one who didn't was Lune.
Yep.
And Lune gives that death glare too. Like there is,
dude. I didn't pick his. I picked Miles' ending because from my point of view, I'm like, I don't care if all this is fake. Like those are real people, and it's what makes Mael happy. Now I know again that eventually might turn out
right, and
the
that's
same
where
way.
yeah. And when I went to go back to the second to do the second ending, that's what I noticed too. Is Mael's ending is interesting to me because the color scheme had me really interested. It goes from that bright of Versos to it starts bright and then it goes into that black and white and gray where it's a lot more nebulous. And yeah, like when you because Verso obviously the Verso in this one after he's he doesn't want to disappear, she wants to give him like a gentle death pretty much.
Yeah.
Because he is older in this one. He wants to give him a gentle death, but at the same time she's in a way forcing him to this.
Yeah, and you can see it. She's compelling. It almost reminded me of what was the
it's
Scarlet Witch show?
Oh yeah,
WandaVision.
WandaVision.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, there is a bit of that where when it shows her just staring there when like the paint's like moving around on the eyes and stuff, it's almost like a bit of horror.
Yeah.
Because you like realize like he has to keep going. The thing also, and someone else mentioned this, and I thought a different person, I don't remember who it was, but I thought it was really interesting. Mayel is not as good of a painter as anybody else in their family.
Yep.
They already established she is not nearly as good as Aline. She's not nearly as good as Renoir. She's not nearly as good as Clea.
Or Verso when he was alive. Yeah.
Verso was really good too. She is not. So are these people that they have, are they the same? Because are they the same? Because I mean, look at the detail that Aline was able to do with these people. I have a feeling, and this is just me, that the people that she has are probably not as in depth as Aline made them.
Right. And they're just based off of how Mael remembers them.
Yes. So
these aren't
are not
the
even
originals.
Yeah, these aren't the originals. So I thought that was really, really interesting. I'm like, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, bro, if I could just like hop into a fucking painting and poof, there I go. I'm never leaving. Like, I mean, I get it. I'm not leaving that fucking place. Like,
right.
I'm having roller coasters and everything.
Yeah, like that's part of what I mean. Obviously, you'd have to come out, but I'm really excited for when we get to that Ready Player One level of gaming. Because, like, dude, I'm telling you, day one, putting it on, I'm gonna be a Super Saiyan with a lightsaber.
So you're just gonna play Fortnite?
Pretty much. But, like that's all I want. Fly around as a Super Saiyan with like dual lightsabers and the Force. I mean, come on. What more could you want?
Fair. I don't know, man. I feel like, yeah, I think that'd be pretty dope. I just don't know why I need the lightsaber, but fuck it.
Just cause
I want lightsaber katanas. That's what I really want. Like because the lightsaber's cool, but lightsaber katanas are even better.
That would be sick. Have you watched Star Wars Visions, the first season?
I watched a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah, the first episode.
The first one, yeah,
that anime. Oh, dude.
When the one woman pulled up like the umbrella thing and had like the sixth, and I was like, I don't care if this is non-canon. I need this. Like I need this. I need this now. I need all of this like right now. I need a video game. Like I need you guys to get on your shit and make that right now. I don't care about Cal anymore.
Yep.
I want to play as this woman with an umbrella blades. Like and yeah, when the samurai pulled out the fucking sword, and I was just like, she's a Sith? Like, like you are no Jedi. And then you realize he's just using Sith blades, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, when he catches her blade, I don't know how, like the framing of how he catches it. And I love the fact that he's so calm. It's not a struggle. It's just Like, this is
Yeah, she's
pathetic.
just like she a badass. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, dude. I'm as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I need 5 seasons of this.
Oh, I would
This
110%
style.
watch 5 seasons of that. Yeah,
Like,
no, fuck it. I don't need to watch any more live action. I just want this. Like, I want Star Wars Japan. Like,
Yep. I'm someone, I don't have Star Wars fatigue. I don't care. Yes, some things are better than others. That's fine. I'm always hyped for Star Wars. Like,
and that's fair. I like. There's some of them that I like. I ended up watching like the Acolyte. Right. I did watch the Acolyte, and I really didn't mind it. It wasn't like my favorite piece of work, but I didn't mind it. There was definitely things that I enjoyed about it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the fights were probably one of the favorite things about it.
Yeah.
The fights were nutty. Like, you could tell they were like, yeah, we're gonna go all out in these, and some of this shit was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Also, Chimera is a fucking boss. Like, that was the
Padawan?
that was the dude with the helmet.
Oh, Chimera. Yeah.
So when he fought, what was it? I think her name was Jackie, and then he pulls out the second blade underneath and just boom, boom, boom. Like, I was like, oh
yeah,
oh damn. Now, like I said, there's moments I'm not happy with, and there's stuff that I think they could have done better. But I'll say, like, honestly, I wasn't not entertained with what I watched.
Agreed. It was fun to watch. I like that they went more physical with the attacks. That's something that's always bugged me, is why are they only relying on their lightsabers? Like, when he's fighting and he's hitting dudes and then he like breaks that one guy's neck, I'm like, thank you. You have your force imbued body. Use it. It's not just lightsabers. Like, use all of your tools, and I loved that.
And sometimes it actually felt like they were actually trying to like kill each other. Like, that's the big thing to me. Like, I know, like, I think it's in the prequels, you can tell they're trying to hit their lightsabers rather than hitting them. So it makes it look really flashy. Of course it does. Like, I think it looks awesome. But there's a difference between that and me trying to actually like come for your head. Like, that is
like a dance in the prequels.
Yes. And don't get me wrong, I will always love the prequels fucking lightsaber fights. Oh my god. But that was just something that I don't mind that. I like when I'm seeing them actually look like they're trying to go for a killing blow. Although I want
there's
more
actual stakes.
Yeah, I want more unique lightsabers. And that's the thing to me, is like the High Republic era is something that I want to see more of. I do. I want to see it, and I'm a big Star Wars video game fan, so I want to see it in video games. I don't want to see you dabble in the High Republic. I want to see you guys go balls deep in the High Republic. Okay, I want to see I want a completely unique original game set in this High Republic universe. It doesn't have to be tied even with like a lot of the Jedi. I'm fine with it. Like, maybe just one Jedi. Fuck it, I don't care. But like, something in that era. Show me why I should give a shit about your High Republic era. Not in books, right? Not in book. I'm not saying the books you can't do it in books, but like, not in books. In a show, like, the thing that got me with the Acolyte is that this felt like an end game of the High Republic, but I don't know enough about the High Republic, so why should I give a shit? Like, I don't know enough about the High Republic itself to care. It's kind of like if I got the whole Anakin turning, but I didn't know who the fuck Anakin was. Like, why do I care about this guy turning if I don't know anything about Luke? I don't know anything about anything like that. And so that's how I felt with the Acolyte. The Acolyte is an end game series for a series that hasn't even kicked off enough yet.
That makes sense. Yeah, I can see that. Have you played the Star Wars: The Old Republic MMO?
No, I have not.
Or seen the cinematics that they drop for each DLC?
Yes, I have though.
Oh my god! High Republic or Old Republic, they need to make a third person RPG in one of those.
I would love that.
I think there's so much IP there. Like, there's so much, and it doesn't even have to be, I don't know, story about Empire falling into Thor.
Oh, there was people who were like, after watching Andor season 2, I don't think I can side with the Empire anymore. And I'm like,
anymore? Huh?
What do you mean anymore?
Like, yeah, let's not get it twisted. The Republic is doing shit just as bad, but when did you side with the Empire? At what point did you look at the Empire and say, yeah, they're doing something right?
The thing that it reminds me of, so it reminds me of like, you have like 3 people, right? one dude or two people. One dude comes up and he punches me in the gut, and I'm like, dude, that's shitty. Don't do that, right? Fuck you. But then the other dude walks up and just like Colt 45, boom, 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 like right in my stomach. Yeah, the punch hurt, but it's nothing compared to that. Like,
yeah, yep.
And you're like, oh man, after getting so many like shots to the stomach, I don't think this is the time where I just can't deal with it, man.
Yeah, I'll take the punch. Like this one cut off my legs. I'm okay with the punch.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's why I'm just like, I don't get how I'm like, I know media literacy is at a very low point, but holy shit, the Empire's never been good.
Yeah, like at what point? When they blew up the planets? When they blew up the multiple planets?
Well, I mean, Alderaan was bringing in a lot of people from all over. We had to stop that. So
yeah, there was too much diversity there.
Yeah, there's like, I don't like DEI Alderaan. So like,
yeah, cut it, Chief. That one first. They didn't even need Leia. They're like, we're murking this one first anyway.
We're taking them all out.
Yeah, but no, that is true. Yeah, it's crazy. It's annoying how with every new project of anything, it's like the smallest hint of woke.
Did you not see what Alderaan was wearing? He was asking for it.
Alderaan shouldn't have been in that neighborhood of space at that time.
Right. Like, oh my gosh. Never could side with them, like, ever. That's like me saying I side with the Empire. Right. Like, that's like, it's amazing to me how many people don't, when they watch it, this is why I don't agree with the shut your brain off kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to a lot of the stuff that you're watching, because it kind of just zones you out to what actually is going on.
Right.
Obviously, like, I mean, the Empire, remember George Lucas said the Empire was supposed to be the US.
Yeah.
In the original. It was supposed to be the US, and it was based off the Viet Cong.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that, Runts. I appreciate that. But like, yeah, it was supposed to be like that. You can see it in the what's it called? The color scheme, all of that. Like, you can see that it's not supposed to be a positive thing. They're all dressed in white. It's uniformity, right? Black and red. I don't know where I found colors like that anywhere else, but it's so crazy how many of them just don't get it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with One Piece. The people who don't understand One Piece either, like they don't get the purpose. I'm like, y'all would be rooting for the world government, but then be like, I don't know why it's such a problem. Like, it's so, oh my god. If Alderaan had just not resisted, I mean, if you are an innocent, you have nothing to worry about.
Like, oh god, that's fantastic, dude. That's something that terrified me in the first season of Andor, when he's running and he just kind of slows down and walks, and that stormtrooper just basically arrests him, and it's like, because he was within 30 yards of someone else running, it's like, oh my god. That, and then
they don't even think about it. They don't even think about it. They just do it.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, and there's other people who are like, oh, video games and movies, they're not political. It's like, if you don't pay attention to anything, sure.
And the reason why the people who go through and say that is because they like to kind of feel like they have their blinders on. They want to not have to address that there's legitimately issues that come out in the real world, and they come out through these stories. It's kind of like, the big one is the people who are like, fucking Griffith did nothing wrong, or fucking Aaron Yeager did nothing wrong kind of people, right? The ones who
I got to catch up.
I mean, yeah. Have you seen Death Note?
I have not. I'm fairly newish to anime.
Oh, so definitely check out Death Note. You'll enjoy it.
Hunter, My Hero, Dragon Ball, of course. Solo leveling.
And that's the Shigaraki did nothing wrong. And but yeah, oh man, you said Hunter, which is
amazing.
Jack in here. That's one of his favorites. He's been trying to get me to watch it, and I watched the first
episode,
and I have just not went back yet because I've been busy.
It ramps up.
So I know, I got to get to it. I'm gonna get something about it.
The Chimera Ant arc is like a top 3 arc in all anime for me. It's amazing.
I think I'll check it. And I think with I think with the fact that people aren't understanding what they're watching is in a way terrifying. They need to get it explained literally for them down their throats, and then they still will reject it. Like, nah, One Piece is about pirates and beating up bad guys, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but that is like 6-year-old fucking levels of understanding.
That's probably why everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people say there's no good games, there's no good movies. It's because you're not letting yourself be immersed in the true story. You're not paying attention.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, you're basically expecting movies and games to be like keys jingling,
Yep.
and you're
Yeah,
not actually
exactly.
looking at what's being told. So, of course, you're going to say, oh, there's no good games, there's no good movies. You're not paying attention. Let yourself be immersed in the story. Pay attention. Listen to what people are saying. Pay attention to how the story unfolds. And then you can actually enjoy it. Then you'll see, like, oh, damn, no, these games are great because this actually relates to real problems in the world. Or even if it doesn't, even if it just relates to like natural human behavior, when you can tie it to the real world, it gives it that extra punch of, oh, whoa, that's like a really interesting way to depict this actual problem through media. I think it's a great way to deliver, like God of War, the newer ones. Basically boils down to a father trying to prepare his son for the world and
Yep.
make sure he teeters that balance of, I want him to not have to go what I went through, but I also want him to be capable on the off chance he has to fight, and how he's trying to make that balance. And it's such a cool medium to deliver that through a game, because a lot of people might not be able to relate or understand that if they hadn't have played that.
Mhm. And one of the things I love about when it comes to Ragnarok and the notice that I like there's things that I noticed that I lost when I would go online and I'd see people who get upset over it. Because when they look at Kratos, all they see, and this is what power scaling ruined fucking leaders, but all they see Kratos is through a power scaling lens. How did Kratos get beat up by Freya? How did he get? I'm like, because Freya is queen of. Remember Sigrid from the first one that you
Yeah.
struggled to beat, that Kratos struggled to beat. Yeah, Freya's better than her.
Right.
Like, and so I'm like, it's not hard to comprehend. She's the queen of the Valkyries. Like, this is
Also,
this is the true queen here.
he's not who he was in God of War 3. He's not
No.
on a bloodlusted path. He wants to not fight.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He's
yeah,
been
he's going to
trying to
get his ass
basically
beat.
like be like, go away. And
Right.
so, and I love their back and forth. I love watching Kratos like adapt and evolve. Honestly, the best part of that whole thing was him literally sitting there when they're sitting there in Helheim. You are sitting there in hell, and he goes and tells his son he's sorry. Out of all the places to do it, to say in hell, out of after everything, and I believe that was after the fight with Garm.
Yeah.
Um, after you get good boyfriend here.
Oh, what a good pup.
Oh my gosh. It's basically just the God of War version of Clifford.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and so when I'm watching, when I'm watching this game and I'm playing through it and I'm watching people who are just purposely misunderstanding and misconstruing this game, it is very frustrating. Um, and I think it's not even just frustrating. It's annoying. It's incredibly annoying because you're being disingenuous to a person who put in a lot of work into the story because you, as a person, are not intelligent enough to actually understand what is being told.
Or they're
And
not
so
going
what?
in with an open mind. They've
Yeah,
already like made up their mind about how the story's going to go.
yeah,
Or they're not coming at it from a lens of, you know what? Let me try and understand what they're trying to tell me, instead
yep.
of just, oh, this is my God of War from blah blah blah, killing off all the Zeus and Hades and whatnot. So that's the lens I'm viewing this through.
Yeah, and that's why I love the whole thing with Thor. I mean, the whole dynamic between Kratos and Thor they're two sides of the same coin.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't. There's no way you can sit there and saying when Kratos says no more and he just puts his axe away.
Yep.
Like,
He's looking at his past self. He's
mhm.
literally looking at who he used to be. And he's
Yeah,
he's fortunate enough to give Thor that message, like, listen, I was where you were at. Doesn't have to be this way, and we have to
I
be
think
better
Thor's gonna
because
come
of our
back in the
kids.
next one. There's
Oh,
gonna be some sort of reference to Thor in the next one.
probably.
I mean,
Yeah, you might be right.
I'm just saying he was surprising to see, and the way that he went off is kind of interesting to me. But
I
like,
Yeah, I don't know what I expected from that. I'm not sure if I think it would have been too much of a cop out if he had like joined forces with Kratos. I think that
Yeah,
would have been
I'm glad that
too.
he didn't join forces with Kratos. His death makes sense. By the
Mhm.
time he finally said no, and he said, "I'm good, I'm my own man," and of course, Odin immediately kills him.
Yeah, he's like the one thing you were good for, you're no longer good for. So that's it.
Oh yeah, I mean, Odin's a dick. Like
Yeah.
Odin's a terrible, terrible fucking person. I forgot who the actor's name is who played him, but he played him so perfectly too.
Oh yeah.
But like I feel like when I watch it too, and watching the little interactions between Odin and watching how well he is at negotiating, and I don't know if people realize this, um, Atreus is Odin. Atreus is very much Odin. He is not the type who's going to try to fight you first. He's not. That's not who he is. He's a talker. He's the
Yeah.
type that he's going to talk. He's going to manipulate. He's going to do all this. They pointed out multiple times. He's the type that's going to try to manipulate you. He tried to manipulate with Freya. But he doesn't try to do it in a malicious way. I don't think he even fully aware of how much he actually tries to manipulate people. Because if something doesn't work, he'll just keep talking, trying to get it over.
Right.
And Odin's the final piece. Odin's the mastermind behind this, because we've seen multiple times of it failing. I mean,
he's the reverse. Kratos is looking at his past self in Thor. Atreus is looking at his potential future in Odin. Yeah.
And that's when you watch the two and how good Odin is at. I mean, Odin talks to his own sons indifferently. We see that. I think of like the moment that you meet Heimdall, right? And he's like, "Oh, Heimdall." He's like, "He reads minds for me," and you're like, "Damn, bro!" Like you're not gonna say like I'm your son or nothing. Like, bro, you're gonna
right.
Like he reads minds.
This is what he's here for.
Yeah, that's it. And then the little bits in between when he's trying to be, he's trying to joke with him, being polite to him, being like at the same time he's very manipulative.
Yeah.
And that's why I loved when Mimir says if he's saying snow is white, he's lying. It sounds really dumb, but that even him telling the truth has a lie underneath it.
Yeah, you can see during negotiations when he doesn't immediately get what he wants, he offers a small crumb to Atreus, like, okay, what about this? I'll give you a little bit of what you want so that you ultimately say yes, because you feel like you feel like this is a compromise when in the end, I'm going to get what I want. It's like, okay, how about this? How about, you take the mask and you go out and do this, letting Atreus feel like he's accomplishing something, whereas really it's just fetching what Odin wants anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean, even in their first interaction when they're in the house, and Odin sits down and like what you did to my boys, self-defense, like immediately like starts with a threat, and then backs up. Dying is what we Aesir live for, and he's like, and they are kind of useless, which was a shot at Thor, because you see Thor's head turn right away. And he's like, what do you want? Well, how about peace? Now, how about we just don't kill each other? You know what I mean? Like, keep your boys safe. Oh, yeah, I'll even get Freya off your back. And I love it because that's why I meant by how Atreus is the same way. Is that they just keep talking. They keep trying to bring up different deals. There's always stuff in between. But someone like Kratos, you can't do that to. Kratos is too. He's already been manipulated too much by them, by gods.
Yeah,
and
he had to deal with Zeus.
Yep, yeah, he did with Zeus.
He's seen it all.
No. And that's when Odin's just like, don't take all day. Like at that point, and I love that moment. Like, I mean, I think that surprised everybody.
Dude, that is one of the strongest starts to a game. Is that Thor fight. Like,
oh yeah.
And then seeing how, because the first game, the first game starts off the same way, but it quickly turns you around to, okay, the only reason he's losing to Baldur is because he wasn't trying. When he gets upset, when he really starts taking it seriously, he wipes the floor with Baldur. And then to see that power gap difference of, okay, now you've pretty much met your match. Like, this is going to take a lot more out of you. And that that moment you mentioned where he kills him. Oh no, I'll decide when we're done. It's like,
Well, even with Baldur's, you know, like I love the way that Baldur talks, the kind of like he's kind of like you can tell I mean, he's absolutely insane.
Oh yeah.
But like he just that last little he's like, you know, you're definitely the one, you know. And when he hits him and he's like, no, he's saying no, no. And I think it's because of the fact that he's actually pissed. He's like, damn it, I still can't feel. I still can't feel anything. Maybe this is the guy that would make me feel something, and it doesn't work. And that's when he's like, my turn. And that's when he uppercuts Kratos out of his own house. And I was just like, oh my god.
You know? Interesting. Yeah, that's true. If anyone could make him feel pain, it's the guy who killed other gods.
And the fact that he couldn't was still like, oh my god. It was actually disappointing to him. I mean, right. Baldur wants to die at this point. I mean, the fact of like, and that's one thing I loved is when they're in Helheim and they're talking about you're seeing him talk or like watching his past self. You know, talking with Freya, and like pleading with her to take the curse away.
Oh,
like I can't feel anything, I can't taste anything. Like when you really like you realize how bad it actually is. Like it's not like you know, I can't feel sensation at all. Like I couldn't imagine not being able to eat anymore. I mean, you probably don't have to anymore, but it's like you don't eat because you can't feel it.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine not being able to enjoy my cup of coffee.
Right. Like I have a water
think about that
right here, and I'm like, I couldn't imagine not being able to feel this. Like walking outside. I mean, that's also why I love that one when he comes out of the water and he's just walking out of the water like it's ice cold, but he just can't. It doesn't matter. He can't feel it. It doesn't affect him. So it's just, it's so crazy, and he's, you know. I mean, the fact that even when I think that they're too or when Odin's like Baldur, he had value, and I'm like, my guy, I have never talked to my own dog that way. like God,
he's like, ruthless, man.
He just does not care. He does not give a fuck about his sons.
Yeah,
you know, and that's actually the kind of thing that sucks with Heimdall. Is Heimdall's a prick? Don't get me wrong, Heimdall's a prick, but like. His when he dies and he's just like, oh, do you know anything about Heimdall's death? Well, I mean, not a lot of people liked him. Like it just kind of just kept moving on. It was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's crazy because you know if Heimdall can read everyone's mind, that includes Odin's. So he hears all the shit that Odin's thinking all the time, and I mean, Odin's straight up he'll say it, but Heimdall's aware of so much more, everything he doesn't say. So it's just like,
oh yeah,
what is he thinking about his sons and all of his people when he's not saying it?
Yeah, exactly. He just doesn't care. He just knows it. And I think the thing with the worst of two is Heimdall also has a tendency to do things on his own though too. And I like that. Like I like that thing where he's like, it's short-sighted. You know, he sees, because you can read minds, you don't need to think any further ahead because I already know what you're going to do, so I don't need to think any further ahead. And I think that's actually what fucks him over.
Oh yeah.
Is the fact that he doesn't. That's my dog. He doesn't know what like when he has to go with is it Thrud and Loki, and he's supposed to stay with them.
Oh yeah.
But he goes off on his own. He's like, I'll just whatever. I gotta go do something else for the Allfather. He never said that. You just thought you knew better,
right?
And would it be a surprise to think that maybe Thor or maybe Heimdall went after Kratos on his own? Because it doesn't make any sense for Heimdall to go. Why would you go fight Kratos on your own right now when there's no reason to?
That's see, that's true. And the fact that you're carrying the Gjallarhorn.
Yeah.
That's the name of it, right?
Yeah, it's Gjallarhorn.
Yeah. Dude, that's the one thing he needs, and you're gonna go fight him whilst it is on your belt?
Because he doesn't think any further ahead. Hey, I'm gonna go stop Kratos so my father so daddy will love me.
Right. I know better. I can see the future. There's no way he can beat me because nobody's ever landed a hit on me.
And so you guys gotta know, like if you guys ever, for everyone listening in here, if you ever have a trouble with a person that you can't actually hit, punch faster. So like
get an explosive spear. That's all you need.
Get an explosive spear that's like kissed by a mermaid. It's not that hard, guys. Like,
yeah,
I'm pretty
anyone
sure
can
there's
do
one
it.
in like Michigan.
Yeah, I think Walmart near me just stocked up on them.
Just stocked up on
they're on sale.
Yeah, I better get that fucking. I want that fucking spear thing like in the next game.
Drop
I
near.
love the drop near spear. I was just
that's
like,
my favorite weapon.
Hold on, I'm just like,
it's so good, and I think it does higher like stagger damage than the other two.
Yeah.
So once I got that, dude, that was the majority of what I used. It's so good.
I can see the future. Gohan's the strongest in the universe, but still doesn't do crap.
Gohan.
Oh man, I don't want to.
He's finally getting some respect.
He is. Well, and all it took him to do was to punch Goku out of Ultra Instinct in order to do it.
Oh yeah.
20 years later.
Yeah, and Gohan, he pisses me off a little bit. Like, he's part of every one of these almost world-ending events, and yet he's still in the mindset of, thank you, baby. He's still thinking like, I'm gonna get stronger to protect my family. A year later, he's in school studying for this, that, or the other thing. He's gotten super weak. Like, where is your conviction? You know there's always a threat.
I think Gohan just likes watching other people get beat up. Like, it's just like,
he's just there for the show.
He's just like sit there and he's like watching, and Piccolo's like, bro, you need to stop Cell Max, and he's like, no, this is fine.
Yep.
Everyone thinks,
and then Piccolo's just there to aura farm.
Every single time. To aura farm and then lose. Like, the way that Piccolo, although I will say though, when the dragon was like, all right, I'll give Bulma a fat ass and I'll give Piccolo some like buff abilities. He's like, I gave you an extra power too because, bros.
Right.
Just dips.
Yeah, we've known each other for a while. We go back.
And so like when he went into the orange mode, I was just like, dude, I love Giga Chad Piccolo.
Yeah, finally he gets his moment to not get his ass beat.
Oh my god! The moment I saw that, I was like, okay, cool. Like, he went from like green Piccolo to I call it Sprite Piccolo, lime Piccolo.
Yeah, it's like orange-ish kind of.
Yeah, and then he went straight orange, and I was like, oh, now you look like a demon.
Yeah,
like
he's got that. He's got that face.
This is what Garlic Jr. wanted to look like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yep.
And I love that though too. Like, and so I was like, wow, this is really cool. You beat up what was it? Gamma 2. Thought it was dope. And then you went to go fight Cell Max and got your dick kicked in.
Yep. Again.
Yeah. Like, well, the one thing too is like, okay, so I remember people were like, oh, I wish they would have had Perfect Cell. And I was like, you guys realize Perfect Cell would have fucked them all up.
Yeah.
If it was Perfect Cell Max, they all would have been dead. Like, Cell Max was all he was missing was his brain, I believe. Like, he was just a beast. And so I'm like, he's basically Hirudegan.
Yeah.
And I was like, that alone was scary. If it was Perfect Cell, y'all would have been dead.
Yeah, if they had, the brain of Perfect Cell in Cell Max's body, yeah, the world would have been cooked.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely.
Like, they would have had to do some ass pull last 20 minutes. Oh, Ultra Instinct Goku just happened to show up because, we're getting destroyed.
Ultra Instinct Goku could have took out Cell Max, like Perfect Cell Max at that point.
Maybe, yeah.
Like,
they would have had to call in Whis.
Yeah, right. Whis. Stop him.
Yep. Rewind. Just do over. Can't handle this.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is I like how what they're doing with Broly though too. I like the fact that it was, and I called it way long ago that Broly is going to learn from Gohan. He's going to learn how to control his power from Gohan because it makes the most sense. They are the most similar. That Broly has a lot of untapped potential and a lot of power. It's just that he needs to learn how to control it. Gohan can control it naturally because of he's of all the shit he's been through. Broly just hasn't done that yet. In a way, even if you look at if I look at the hairstyle a certain way and all that stuff too, he kind of reminds me. Broly reminds me of just an adult version of Gohan when he had that long hair when they were going and like doing it like the
hyper.
Yeah. That's what Broly kind of is. And that's why Goku was not a trainer for him. It's going to have to be someone like Gohan who can tap into that rage, but yet at the same time subside it and be like, all right, we're done. Let's do it. Fight as we need to.
Yeah, and he's also got the experience of what happens if you just let the rage and the ego and the power get to your head. Yep. It's like you'll win, but at a cost.
Yep. And so I know in the manga, Broly's watching their fight, and then Broly was able to go Super Saiyan without having it change him.
Right.
And we already know that Broly can pretty much does everything without just seeing it once. Like he doesn't really need to see things long to already learn how to fight, how to do it.
I think that's a Saiyan thing. Well, I know it's a Goku thing because he's referenced it multiple times that if he sees one of your techniques, like it's not going to work the same. So I don't know if that's strictly just Goku because he's so good.
I think it's more. The reason why I say with Broly is because we watched how Broly was able to evolve in his fight against Vegeta and Goku to go from someone who should not be at the most maybe a DBZ Super Saiyan 2.
Sure.
To being able to fuck up Super Saiyan God Goku, Super Saiyan God Goku, and even Blue Vegeta and Blue Goku in like barely in like a time span of maybe like 5 minutes. That shit's scary.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, and then for him to come back, see Goku and Gohan, watch how he's able to go into his rage and subside it, and then Broly able to do that. Even though he still got tossed like a ragdoll because Gohan tossed his ass.
Oh yeah.
Gohan was like, yeah, bro, like you can rage, but not fuck it.
Yeah. We're so high above your level, none of that shit matters anymore. Like this isn't gonna be like the last time.
Like, oh, you got Super Saiyan, that's cute. That's a thing I once said that they could have explained Gohan's power by saying that Gohan had the Broly Rage gene, but because he's half human, he can control it better with conflicts with it. Or a legendary Saiyan Rage gene.
So that makes me think that Goku would have turned out the same as Broly if he hadn't have hit his head when he was a baby. He would be that raging, like just powerhouse. But Goku's kind of like the prime example of what Broly can become in terms of like power, and Gohan is that perfect medium of obviously I'm not going to get hit in the head as a child, but I have the power in me from Goku, and then I've learned through my life how to control the anger from Broly. So yeah, you might be onto something there.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think that'd be with like watching how they fight, because I think Goku right now obviously is, what is he, like second strongest in the universe right now? Third strongest, I would say. I would say Gohan is above him, and I would say Frieza's above him too.
Oh, in the manga? Yeah.
Yes, for Black Frieza is definitely above him.
Yep.
Like the fact that he one-shot both of them at full power was
God damn. People complain about like, oh, they won't end Dragon Ball. Everyone's got a new form and whatnot. And like I can see it. I can see the complaints. But on the other hand, and this is something I thought about when Solo Leveling won Anime of the Year over Frieren, which I haven't watched Frieren.
I know Frieren.
I've heard the story is great.
It is.
And that's what people, the story's great, blah, blah, blah. To be fair, I've never once said, I can't wait to watch this anime for the story. The story, it's like games for me. The story can be great, but the gameplay, the fights in anime have to be top tier. And I think that's one thing Solo Leveling fights. Sure, the story's simple. Guy's trying to get strong to heal his mom and protect his family. That's easy to understand. The fights are insane.
I will say the fights in Frieren are very good. The fights in Frieren are very good. They're a lot more, obviously it's more fantasy. So they're very, very fantasy-like when it comes to them. But they are all still very good. There's not a whole lot of fights in them in Frieren. It's a much more slower paced story. But that's what part of it is. That's what makes the story so good. Is like, because it's slower paced, they're telling this, talking and going through multiple, different situations, through Frieren, through Fern. Frieren kind of learning to start to, I want to say, try to understand like people, because she didn't understand her own party that she was in. Like she didn't really learn to understand them, and she's understanding her own party by understanding this next generation of people.
Okay.
And watching her do that is actually really interesting. Like little things that might be something very trivial actually means a lot to her. But it's fun because she's also a little childish and stuff like that. Like she has her own quirks and stuff that are pretty funny.
I'll have to give it a watch.
I definitely would. I think there's like 25 episodes. For sure. Goku was a little ball of hate. He probably told Grandpa Gohan that 30% of fighters commit 80% of martial arts crimes.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Holy
I'm gonna have
shit.
to
That's
this is fucking wild.
That's funny, man. Holy shit.
I agree when it comes to the idea of anime of the year. I can see that combat hype. And that's the thing. Like when it comes to anime of the year, it's very much the same thing as the game of the year. I personally do not care. I don't care about game of the year. I don't care about anime of the year. When I get people in lives being like, dude, do you think Expedition 33 is gonna win game of the year? And I'm like, I could give a fuck less. And I'm like,
I think it will.
Oh, probably. But I'm like, the thing that gets me about it is like, it's probably not even my favorite game this year. So I really don't care if it wins game of the year or not. I was like, one of the game that I'm looking forward to was Borderlands 4. Expedition was just a really great surprise. I was looking forward to it, but it was a great surprise. South of Midnight was a really fun one. I was a really great surprise. Dispatch looks amazing. I'm so excited for Dispatch.
Is that the superhero
yes
story where you dispatch them out?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That looks really good too. Ghost of Yotei looks really good. I'm like, dude, I don't care about. I'm like, most of the games I play this year, I'm not gonna play until 2026 or 2027 because I'm always behind on games anyways, and I'm fine with that. I don't care. I don't give a fuck if they win game of the year. I could give a fuck if Astrobot won. I could give a fuck if Black Myth Wukong won.
Yeah.
On top of that, I think I made a video on it, and I sat there and I was like, for like 360 some days out of the year, all y'all give a fuck about, you hate on game journalists. You hate on game journalists. You don't like them. You don't like listening to their opinions. Don't give a fuck. But when game of the year comes around, now you forget that all of a sudden now you care.
Yep. I talk about this. People make gaming their identity to a level that's so deep that if their game doesn't win, somebody disagrees with the game being good or not, they like their game, they take it as a personal attack. And I'm just like, listen, I've been gaming since I was like 6. I get it. It's a big part of who I am. Yes, I am a gamer. But you have to be able to make that separation of like the game, you as a person, they're separate. Even if you love gaming, somebody hating it, that doesn't affect you. Game of the year, if you liked First Berserker Kazan, it's a great Souls-like. I loved it. If that's your game of the year and it doesn't win, that doesn't change your experience of the game. That doesn't affect you being able to play it. I think the only reason I would want a game to win over the other is because I want the industry to know we want more of that. So like Astrobot winning, yes, I want more 3D platformers that aren't Mario. Expedition 33, I want that to win because I want more of that type of game, like with that gameplay, because it was so addicting to me.
Right.
Whereas like, oh, if your next your next FromSoft game wins, we're gonna get more Souls-likes and FromSoft games. I don't care. But like, again, if it doesn't win, if your favorite game doesn't win, it doesn't actually affect you. It affects the devs or the companies.
Exactly.
Like, we're winning either way. Games are coming out. They're good, whether they win or not. Like, we're winning whichever route this takes.
Exactly. And that's why I don't understand I definitely understand what you mean by like them making it their own identity. They really do. Someone comes out and it's like, I don't like, goes to Yotei or something like that. And, how fucking dare you kind of thing. And it's like, they have this weird parasocial relationship with it.
It's odd, man. I'm not a fan of Minecraft. I've tried it like 10 times. I just can't do it. And I had people come, oh, not liking Minecraft. Like, that's a huge red flag. I couldn't imagine. It's like, why do you care? Like, yes, if somebody jokes about pouring the milk first, then the cereal, I'm going to roast them because that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But it doesn't actually affect me.
Right.
No, them exactly. Not like, it doesn't do anything to my life. If somebody doesn't like your game, you don't start bleeding profusely from your stomach. Your bank account doesn't go to zero. It has no effect on you. So like, you got to take a step back every once in a while.
Well, and I think it's kind of like what I said before too, with that whole hierarchy thing. They want gamers, and we'll kind of wrap this one up here too, because I know I got about 10 minutes or so. But I know like I think a lot of gamers have this need to be a hierarchy. They need to feel like the games that they play are just the top tier, better, whatever. So that's why you get a lot of people who will shit on games that might just be okay, might not be anything good, great or whatever. I want to say like Avowed was one that I enjoyed my time with Avowed.
I haven't beat it, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
it's what Bethesda Combat. It's what I wish Bethesda Combat was. The feedback.
It's not bad at all. And so people are like, well, you're playing that when you could go play something Expedition 33 or blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm having a fun time with it. You know, I played Forspoken. I have enjoyed Forspoken. I love Forspoken. I can't believe you were playing that game. The game is just so garbage, blah, blah, blah. It's just, and I'm like, honestly, I really don't give a fuck about your opinion.
Yeah. We're here for fun.
Yeah, I'm here to go enjoy my time. And I'm like, if this is like, this need, gamers, for some reason, there's a lot of gamers who have this need to feel like their shit matters. Like my opinion matters, my whatever matters. They need to feel like it matters. And because when you don't, it gets them pissed. You don't give a fuck about the fact that I'm playing a sports game and you're whatever. Well, you're obviously a lesser person if you're playing a sports game. How does that fucking correlate with me being a lesser person?
Right. Or wait, why aren't you running the meta build? If you did this, you could play better. Dog, I'm playing this way because I enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And if I'm not using your meta build, again, that doesn't matter.
It does not matter. It does not matter at all. And that's why that's what makes it so frustrating. Is the fact that it's just like the need to feel like they are on top. There's a competitive need for a lot of gamers to feel like they are on top of everything. They are the hierarchy. They are better than you because they play a certain type of games. They're better than you because they beat a game on a harder difficulty. They're better than you because, I beat this game. I level 1 this whole game. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, congrats. Like and this is why I had issues with Elden Ring, some of the Elden Ring community, because I was like, they're like, why would you use summons? And I'm like, because they give them to me.
Right.
And if they let me use them, I'm going to use them. Well, yeah, but like, if you really want the challenge for it, it's not about the challenge. It's about beating the fucking game and enjoying my time. If I use a mimic tier or I use the one assassin girl or whatever that has the destined death, I'm going to use them.
Yeah. They give them to you.
It's fine. They gave it. Yeah, they gave it to me. And so it's like this, it's a weird, I don't know what to call them, purist. I don't know the proper
It's like elitist.
Yeah, elitist. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. This elitist type way of trying to justify, like you said, it's like trying to justify their identity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me validate the fact that I feel better than you. And I want you to know it. It's, that was a big one. I use summons. I use literally everything the game gives me. And it's, oh, well, you didn't really beat it. It's like, well, I've got the same achievement you did for beating the game. And guess what? You beating it on level 1 does nothing. Like, sure, I'm sure you enjoy it. Good for you. I didn't get an extra achievement for doing one thing over the other. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Like, if you're not enjoying the game, that's the only way to play a game wrong, in my opinion, is if you're not enjoying it, you're playing it wrong. Like, if you're enjoying it, then you're playing it the right way. Whatever way that looks like, as long as you're having fun, as long as, like, if that's your goal, cool, you're doing it right.
Exactly. Agreed.
It's
so dumb. But I'll say it's real quick here. Where can they find you, man?
I'm on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, and it's all the same name. So just that one. Yep. On the, I think, Instagram and YouTube, it'll have a little accent over the E, but you should find it everywhere. I think those are the only. Oh, and Twitch too. That's right. I've been multi-streaming. Yeah. But TikTok and YouTube are the more active ones. So
yeah, I'd say. Yeah, I feel like I'm using TikTok until eventually they're like, no, we're gonna shut it down.
Yeah. Then it's like, all right, where are we flipping next? YouTube Shorts? All right, cool.
I gotta go to Red Note and I gotta learn Chinese.
Yeah, no, this was fun, man. We got to do this again.
Oh, absolutely.
This is
absolutely. And we definitely will. Like I said, it sucks that I'm on a time constraint, but
yeah, no, I am too. Yeah, we got plans. So
oh yeah, such is the life. Alrighty,
Yeah,
and for everyone
watching.
else who also knows where to get a hold of me, TikTok, YouTube, Discord. Don't talk to me on there, and like and Twitch. Along with I have Instagram and Threads as well. I'm barely active on both of those, so don't at me on that one either. But besides that, man, you guys all have a fantastic rest of the day. And as always, I'm Afro Fish OG, and I will catch you guys in the next one.